The second issue that I want to deal with tonight relates to the manner in which the leader of government business, Mia Motley, has attempted over the past few days to spin and distort the facts in relation to the motion of no confidence that I had given the Speaker notice of against Clyde Maskell. Let me start by saying that the ultimate jury in Barbados is not the House of Assembly. The ultimate jury in that regard is you, the people and the voters of Barbados. So this government has gotten so indifferent and arrogant in relation to accountability that 2 weeks ago in the House of Assembly, a minister of this government sitting in the cabinet of Owen Arthur said to me, "Why are you so obsessed with the fact that $2 million was spent at Hardwood and they cannot account for it, when there are so many other projects in which millions of dollars have gone missing and you have not raised them or brought in no confidence against any minister?" That's one of their own people. They are saying that $2 million is chicken feed. It is not the principle that counts anymore. It is not whether a minister exceeded his ministerial authority, whether he acted outside of the ambit of ministerial prudence, whether he involved himself in the affairs of a company incorporated under the Companies Act of Barbados, contrary both to the obligations of the directors of that company and contrary to what he should be doing and is required to do as a minister of the Crown in this country. None of that is relevant now.
How much money? How much money?
As far as they're concerned,
How much money? How much money?
if one minister can raise $5 million, then that might require an investigation. If he can raise 10, well, yes, definitely. If he can raise 20, you got a case. But you must not investigate a matter in which a minister exceeded his authority as minister because all they gave the company was $2 million. And therefore that's chicken feed. A drop in the bucket. So carefree are this with the public's money in this country. Now when you think about it, $2 million may be a small amount in relation to the $750 million in cost overruns that have been wasted.
That's a good word there.
Wasted. I was going to use another word. No, that word is not problematic. That have been chalked up by this administration since it came into office. And I read an article by Albert Bramford, or the person who writes under the name Albert Bramford in Sunday's paper a week ago, in which he said the same thing. He said that he could think, he speaking on behalf of the person for whom he writes, or written by the person who writes it but with his name on it, said that he could think of several other projects that I should be keeping noise about. He didn't list them. But I am talking about a little $2 million at Hardwood. But the writer of that article, the real writer of it, knows about the millions of dollars that was stolen in relation to the GEMS project. and the establishment of JAWS. He knows, yes, about the Anguilla connection. He knows about the friends of the Prime Minister. He knows about the 2,000 gambling machines that are being brought into Barbados. Electronic gambling. He knows about the expenditure on World Cup. So I am not surprised. He knew about the contract for the prison. He talked about all of those things. So I have no problem if he wants to assist me. I am challenging Albert Bramford. If you want to write something sensible, write a list of all the projects and the amount of teething that has gone on, who carry the money, where the foreign accounts are, and who are the beneficiaries of the corruption of this government. Write all of that, and I will try to investigate it, but the Public Accounts Committee is not there to investigate corruption. It has never been. That's not the role of the Public Accounts Committee. And I am going to go on to say tonight that I am not willing to write off a single cent of taxpayers' money. And I send a warning to all the candidates of the Democratic Labour Party that if they are ever caught doing what Tyke Maskell was doing in relation to Hardwood, they will be dismissed. And they will never run as candidates for the Democratic Labour Party again. So I have made it clear on repeated occasions that a Democratic Labour Party administration will pursue and get to the bottom of all of the corrupt deals that this government has been involved in. And since they built a prison for 1,200 people, there is enough room for some of the criminals in the Barbados Labour Party to spend some time up at Dodge for keeping the hard-earned money of the taxpayers in this country. So that Hardwood has attracted particular attention because its circumstances are unprecedented. Hallelujah. It is only recently in Barbados that the government has been establishing private companies under the Companies Act, like Hotels and Resorts Limited, and BTII, and BAMC, and BACT. These are all companies established under the Companies Act. And all of the previous ministers understood their relationship as ministers in relation to those companies. The only clown, well, he was on television tonight, on this thing tonight, talking about people being involved in politics. What was he saying? To see what they could get out of it. Self-interest. Out of self-interest. The only clown that does not understand the role of a minister of government is setting policy and not meddling in the internal operations of a company, even if it is owned by government, is like Maskell. Bradford said I'm just defending all the clones in the world. The ownership of the company is in doubt. And I want to say that I am going to set forth chapter and verse of the inconsistencies and the unanswered questions in relation to the operations of Hardwood Company and the spending of $2 million in taxpayers' money without being able to show any appreciable results for that expenditure.